Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing Runebound, Sands of Kalim. It's a pretty interesting game, I guess. The threat track is already at 6, but we're also doing not too bad, so it's going to be a close race here. And in this video, I guess I'm gonna tackle the first blue challenges. So yeah, I guess we can see some hard fighting here. I made a pretty big mistake during the last videos with this Keymaster. Basically, because it says your heroes and allies heal all fatigue for free. What I did is I basically ignored the fatigue I took when I started traveling during the daytime. But of course that should not be the case, because if he would have taken fatigue, he would have taken wounds instead, because he has this fatigue value of 0 here. And that would have definitely made quite a difference. So that would have forced me probably to move from time to time by night. But okay, I mean, yeah, I messed that up and it's now too late to correct that. But from now on, of course, I will play that correctly. Okay, I'm up here in Iran. I have already 2 of these legendary items, the Flying Carpet and the Rune of the Wind. And yeah, as I said, I'm going to try to attack that challenge which is lurking here on the sun's path. Okay, I'm traveling by day, which is fine now because I start in a city and my house rule says in a city you don't take any fatigue. And I got here... Shit, that's only... Okay, so first of all, we have a mirage here. So that means that I have to take a fatigue, or, well, in this case it's a wound on this guy, and a fatigue on him, and one on him. An exiled northerner. Okay, now is there a way, definitely not with this die, is there a way to get here? This is now the question. Okay, basically we need... Well, that's the die that doesn't allow us to get there. But I can spend a camel, and I'm going to do this. So I'm going to use my 3 road dice, 1, 2, 3. Throw away a camel, and that allows me then to move on 1 step. And there we go. Okay, now let's see from which deck we draw. Okay, that's the Traps and Terrors. And there we go. A Cursed Horde. So first we're going to check for the life points. Because I traveled by day on a 1, this thing will have 1 additional life point, which isn't the case. Before combat, test resist, 22. Oh gosh. If you fail, you escape and must take this card. While you have this card, your hero takes 1 wound at the beginning of every refresh phase. You may discard this card if you have 0 bucks. Okay, well, I don't have any. I don't have any money. So I guess if I should lose this, I can discard this card right away. So, okay, I got one adventure gear, which is good. And, holy shit, it's strong and magical. Well, let's see. Okay, I only have a 4. So right now I would need a 18. That's not gonna be that easy. But there is a chance. We have a few options how we can improve our result. I think that's not good enough, but that was a 9. So let's see, we have a 12. Okay, so what does that mean? A 12 and a 4 brings us to a 16. So to get 22, we need 6 more, and that's just fine. We can activate this. This will add 3, and we can discard that one, which will also add 3. So we made it exactly to resist the cursed Horde here. That's a good start. But it's not over yet. We need to inflict 4 damage, and it's gonna be hard, especially in this magical phase here. Okay, basically my allies are not exactly good enough to do the fighting here, I guess. I think I'm gonna let him do an attack anyway, a ranged attack. He needs a 10. With a little bit of luck I can do that. And if he doesn't make it, he would only lose 1. That is not too bad. And he actually does make it. He's got an 11. That's cool. So that's a first hit here. Now we go to the melee phase, and there I'm pretty good actually. I got a 6. Plus the Dusk Dagger, that's an 8. And then I'm gonna take a Fatigue, which gives me 3 more. So I'm at 11, so I only need a 6 to be successful there. And that's not a problem at all. 2 wounds. And now we come to the bad part, and that's the magical test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another fatigue marker here, which brings my magical ability then to 7. And yeah, I can't do that. I need a 9 now. Come on. And I have that. Pretty cool. So I managed to survive that first combat round. Very well, actually. Okay, second round, and the Keymaster is going to try that again, actually. Ah, shit. This time he didn't make it. So he takes a wound. And I take another fatigue marker here. Trying to do an attack, and I need something like a 6 or so. Let's see what I got. A 4. Damn it. Well, that sucks. Oh shit, that's not good enough. I'm pretty sure about that. Oh man. Oh, we had such a great start, and now... Okay, so I take a wound, just have a 15, and I needed a 17. And now... we have to try again. And I'm gonna take another fatigue token. Damn, I think I might have to punch a few more. Yeah, no, there still is one. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we got a 7, so we need a 9 against this magical value again. And that wasn't a problem, luckily. Wait a second. The wound should not go on this one, but on that guy, I guess. Yeah, he took the hit. I placed that wound here, which was wrong. The Cursed Horde is still only at 2 wounds. Okay, I'm gonna let the Keymaster do another try. He needs a 10, which he just has. He was very lucky here. That's a 6 and a 4 here. So that's now a 3rd wound for the Horde. And then I do the attack again. And this is basically now my last fatigue token I can take. I have a fatigue of 6. So, well, to be absolutely sure, I could discard my portion of strength here. Get a +2, so all I would need is a 4 actually. I think I'm going to do that, otherwise I might really end up in some trouble. I'm going to discard the potion of strength and then make an attack here. Yeah, okay, that was a success. So I managed to, well, deal with this Cursed Horde. And that gives me $7, which is a lot of money. And of course, 3 experience points. Okay, I didn't have any problems with the threat roll this time. And I thought about moving back to Iram, but I think I don't have enough time to do this. So I guess I want to move on and try to attack the challenge here in the Looming Bluffs. And I'm going to do this even though this guy is heavily wounded. So I got to travel by night to avoid taking more exhaustion markers. And during the movement phase I can now discard at least all these other exhaustion markers thanks to his ability. But I can only roll 4 dice because 2 of us are wounded. Okay. Is that good enough? Doesn't look good. Okay. Well, we have a road. Let's see here. So we want to go there. So basically we need swamps. We have swamps. That's the barren. This is actually this one here. We need a road. So that allows us to move like this. But then we don't have any hills. But what I can do is I can discard my next camel, and I will do that to get here. That saves me another turn. This might be very important. Okay, now let's face that challenge. That's again traps and terrors. An Impaling Corridor. Now first we're going to check if this thing has an additional life point. Because we traveled now by night, it's a little harder. And on a 7 to 10, at least I think so. Yeah, on a 7 to 10, it will actually have 4 life points instead of 3. Well, lucky here, nothing happens. Just 3 life points. Now, with replayable spikes to make victim removal easy and to adapt for any corridor length. Nice. replaceable spikes. Okay. Escape. Well, I think we don't want to escape. I mean, we went there to win this. And it's looking good, actually. So, yeah, let's start with this ranged attack here. The Keymaster is going to try the ranged attack. It's not going to be easy. He needs a 13, but if he doesn't make it, it's no big deal because the corridor doesn't do any damage. And well, he didn't, so but doesn't matter. And now I can do a melee attack, and I don't want to lose that because it does 3 damage in melee. But I have a 6, an 8, and hey, why not? I'm gonna take a fatigue marker. So I made I have an automatic success here. And now we come to the magical phase, and well, I guess I take another fatigue marker here and try to make it somehow. I got a 7, so I need a 7, which I have. That's a 3 and a 6. So no problems here in the first combat round. Okay, let's go to the next combat round, and basically we do the same thing again. I guess the Keymaster tries to get a 13, which he doesn't have. I will take a fatigue marker, have an automatic success, take another fatigue marker, and then I need a 7. And I don't have that. So I take a wound here in this magical combat. And now it's hopefully the last turn. Keymaster tries again, and again he sucked. But now I take another fatigue token and I win this thing automatically. So that gives me then $4. And well, I can again level up now. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go once more on I'm not sure. I mean, I could also take another 2 fatigue markers. This is pretty cool. But I think for now I'm gonna go will I not? Okay, I take another one in melee combat. And then the next one will be probably another fatigue marker. Okay. Let's do the threat roll then. That was a good one. Here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna again travel by night. I gotta cross the Grey Wastes, make it somehow to the Way of Exile, and then try to enter Sirasa, which is actually possible in one turn if I'm a little lucky. But it's not gonna be easy to cross these Grey Wastes, I'm afraid. So yeah, first we get rid of these fatigue markers here. And by the way, we can place now here this marker. So we can now draw another of these legendary cards. Let's see. So here for this Baron, we definitely need a swamp, that's for sure. So we can move down here. And from then we have here 2 of these roads. So that allows us to move here to Traveler's Choice. And that's it for this turn, I guess. So now I can actually draw one of these cards. Well, okay, I want to try this one here, Mastered the Tower of the Sages. The wisdom of the Tower of the Sages will only be revealed to he who drinks a celestial liquor created via the distillation of moonlight. First, you must choose the correct time for the process using the stars and moon. Then you must use a chemical knowledge to create the liquor, and of course you must imbibe the celestial liquor and endure its toxic effects. So that means basically to complete this quest you must roll and resolve the story die in a bluff space in the Celestial Plateau, and then be successful in a few tests. So the Celestial Plateau is here. These, I guess 5 spaces, and that's not too far away from where I want to go. So the other options were less promising to me. Yeah, okay. So let's roll the threat die first. Oh, that was lucky. It's a 15, just good enough. Or just, yeah. And, well, then we're going to travel again by night. Roll 4 dice. And that was good enough. We got 3 roads, so we can move now here to Sirasa, whatever. And of course we're going to explore the Bazaar there. So we're going to draw a card. That's the banner of the boar. Each time you receive an experience counter, place 1 fatigue on this card. As a before combat action, discard 1 fatigue from this card to replace one of your experience counters with one of another type. As long as there is at least 2 fatigue on this card, you may purchase experience counters for 1 experience point less. Well, that's not bad, I guess. I think I might actually do this, but well, before I make that decision, I'm gonna heal. That will cost me then $4. So then I got 7 left. This thing costs me 6. So I got $1 left then, and I think I'm not sure if I should buy a camel or a gear. I think I'm going to take a gear just in case I have trouble with these legendary quests here. And then I'm allowed to buy this banner of the boar. It could be useful. I'm not absolutely sure about it, but I think it might be a useful option. I can adopt in this way maybe to some really bad challenges that might come at the end now. Fine. No, that's that. Wait a second. To purchase, Well, actually, that's a thought. As long as there are at least 2 fatigue on this card, you may purchase experience counters for 1 experience point less. Well, I didn't realize there had to be 2 on this card. Well, then I think it's not that great. I'm not gonna buy that. I want my money back, and I'm gonna take a camel instead. Fine. And now I'm gonna travel by day, not gonna roll any dice, and simply move here and try to attack the next blue challenge. This is now from the Sands of Kalim, and it is a giant cobra, an abomination. No flute can charm this monstrosity. Before combat, test hide. If you succeed, you may make a ranged attack against this challenge. If you fail, you must start this challenge in the melee phase and suffer a -4 penalty to your first melee combat roll. Okay. Well, let's see. I wonder if failing would be such a penalty. It might be better than going through the ranged phase, because it's pretty strong in the ranged phase. So let's see. First, we need to do this hide test. And I have a 6, so I need an 11 to be successful there. Okay, I got that. If you fail, you must... No, wait a sec. If you succeed, you may make a ranged attack against this challenge. I don't really get that. Oh, before combat I can do this attack. But of course there is a risk. So, still I might do it. I mean, I got a 6. So if I take a fatigue token here, I'm at 9. And I would only need a 7. I guess I can do that. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that gives it its first wound. Now, we start again. And this time I'm going to take a fatigue token. And I'm trying to... I really wonder what he could die if he rolls bad. Okay. Okay, I have a 6 plus 3, that's a 9, so I need a 7 again to defend myself here. I got that. And then it's going to be pretty easy to do this melee combat. So I got an 8 plus 2 for the dagger, so it's an automatic success. Pretty cool. Now, what about the... What about the magical combat here? I would need a 10 to be successful. I guess I'm going to do this. And I'm not going to take a fatigue token here, will I? Okay, so if I want to play this safe, or more or less safe, I would need 2 fatigue tokens in every combat round. So, let's see, I would have to pay 1 now. Then another one, I can do this attack. And another one, that would be the 3rd. And then we got to pay a 4th. Yeah, that's going to be fine. I just can pay these 4 fatigue tokens. And so I'm going to take 1 now. And I only need a 7 then. I have that. Another one. Now I need a 6, 9, another 7 here. Also have that. Automatic success during the melee phase. Same thing, again I take one here, roll a die. Ah! Damn it, not that time. I take a wound here. Then we come to the ranged combat phase. Need a 7 again. Have that. And an automatic attack. An automatic victory then in the melee phase. Very good. So that's a really cool option to take always these tokens to get a +3 marker. That's just so cool. So I receive $5 and that's it. And of course 3 experience points. Okay, we had a 12 with the threat track, so I was lucky again. And now I'm trying to move here to the Court of Wisdom, or the Celestial Plateau basically, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can move to the Celestial Plateau right away. Not sure. So first I can heal once again all my fatigue thanks to this guy. This is really cool. And well, then I can roll 4 dice. And we see how it goes. And actually I was traveling by night. And well, what happens is that I can move 2 hills. So that brings me here. And then I got 2 roads left. So I go here. And I'm actually thinking, I think I will actually play this. That brings me into the Court of Wisdom. So there is no danger now during the night. And I can have a market step. Got a lot of money. Maybe I'll find something useful here. Okay, let's draw a card. That's the Crown of Dawnsmore. Receive a +1 bonus to your attack roll. Well, that's a good one. The Orcs of Dawnsmore respect strength over breeding and bloodlines. Only the most savage warriors can earn the right to wear this cobbled together crown of teeth and vines. That's a pretty cool artifact. I think I'm gonna take that. And apart from that, there are a few allies here, but I already have 2, so I cannot get another one. But that's a cool artifact. So I'm gonna pay $1. I heal. Okay, pay $5, then I heal for $1, and I guess I'm gonna buy another camel. These things can be really useful, as we've seen. Okay, and now I'm simply gonna move 1 space here, and I'm gonna do that by day in the Celestial Plateau. I'm gonna move down here. And that allows me now to do this Master the Tower of the Sages. You must roll and resolve the story die in a block. Well, wait a second, I forgot the threat track. Yeah, awesome. And now it's looking actually really good. Okay, so let's roll that die. Okay. So we got a road, bluffs, and dunes. And it's day. So the dunes give me a camel, according to my house rule. The road allows me to discard some fatigue marker. And the bluffs Spotter, yeah, that's a gold. Cool. Okay. Now, you must then succeed at the following tests. Got to start with prophecy and 11. Okay. So we have a 6, we need a 5 to be successful. Okay, no problems here. Was an 18. Lower 12. Now that's the critical point, I guess. We need an 8, but we have ways to improve our result. Yeah, we made it anyway. We have a 13, and because I had a 9. And then endure, and that should not be such a big deal. I got an 8 here, so I only need a 5, and I have that. So I managed to get this to master the Tower of the Sages. And yeah, here we go, the Tower of the Sages. Legendary location. Any phase, whenever rolling a skill test or combat test against a sorcerer, your hero receives a +2 bonus on the roll. Yeah, well, could be useful. We'll see about that. But that was now our 3rd legendary item, and remember, if we got 4, we would have won the game. So let's do another threat roll here. And still, it's a 10. We're still doing fine. Okay, so I'm going to load this up now. I think we had a great video. That was really a very successful video. We rolled really well on the threat track this time. Managed to gain a few experience points. Managed to gain an additional item here. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'll probably try to get here to the Blessed Valley. I mean, what I could do, I have now the time to do it. I could move down to Harum and try to grab the Shield of Light, because that's really cool. Activate to cancel up to 2 wounds being inflicted on your hero and inflict 1 damage on your enemy. I'm really thinking about getting this. And then I could move, for example, here, and then maybe up there. Do this red challenge. Gain a 4th legendary item and somehow manage to, yeah, to solve that quest then. And that would be it. And I think I got enough time to do this, to get the Shield of Light, because that's a very powerful one. The Champion's Plate would be great too. I mean, but that's at the Trader's Fort, so that's even further away, I guess. So I guess I'm gonna go here for the Shield of Light instead. Okay. Well, but by the way, I don't have the money. Okay, that was a little too optimistic. I only have $4. So, yeah, no shield for me here. Okay, well, then I guess we're gonna go here to the Blast Valley, tackle that blue challenge, and then maybe go for that red one here. So I can level up once more. Okay, well, fine then. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hope to see you in my next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.